morning, isn't it? We're running a bit behind, so in the interest of time this morning, I want to get right to eating.
What I learned at SJC over the course of the 7-8 years that I was a camper was a level of self-confidence, and it came from having just this baseline level of respect from the people around me. Girls like me at camp before they like me in the real world. And I think that has a lot to do with the fact that there are a lot of pretenses and assumptions that just aren't made by people here. You're allowed to be yourself, and that that genuine sense of self shines through. Having the majoritarian experience, at the very least, it just sweeps away the need for these surface judgments and allows people to just sort of get to the nitty-gritty of who they are. And when you reach that point, right, you do find that you feel more generous, that you feel more compassionate, that you are more open in a sense to getting to know people who are much different than you, because that one big difference that you face out there, with your peers back home or wherever you come from, just isn't there. The toolbox that I took away, right, the ability to interact with people who I thought were out of my league, either intellectually or emotionally or what have you, the ability to talk to some of my role models as peers, right, and start to speak to them in ways that were perhaps more critical and less deferent. These are things that sustain today, right, that ability to break down those kinds of barriers. Right, I've met some of my best friends in the world here, right, I've met people here who I value more highly than many others in my life, and that sense of family is very real to me. It's very real to me, and I don't use the term lightly. From a perfectly selfish perspective, I love SJC for giving me the opportunity to get to know these folks. Being able to work with and mentor, not only the members of my staff, but even some of the much younger kids who seem to just have this flair and potential. That's awesome. And when we see them shine, that's the success, right? When we see those leadership qualities emerge, when we see that, the compassion and the empathy for one another emerge, that's when we know that we've done our job, that we've done, the one job that we really need to do, which is just creating that safe space.